Earth science, we have astronomical observations. Almost every kind of natural science is up here on the space station. Over. Great question, Karen. I grew up on, and we were always having to repair and fix things. And I'm also a sailor, and working on a boat, you always have to fix things and keep them in good order. So I think those were the most useful things, because even in space, we have to fix our systems pretty much every day. Over. Morning, Kago. I sleep 6.5 hours every night, pretty much the same as every night, and it's a very good sleep in zero gravity. Over. Hi, Katsu. We don't really have that much spare time up here because the work it occupies most of our time. But when we can, we like to look out the window at the Earth. It's beautiful. We never get tired of it. We also like to play tricks in zero gravity. It's fun to float and just hang out with each other around the galley table. Over. Deitch, that's a great question, and yes, we do, but the interesting thing is we also feel that we are floating inside our clothes, so there's very loose contact between the body and the clothes. Over. Hi, Ruka. That depends on what spaceship you flew up in. When I flew on a Soyuz, we landed on the land in Kazakhstan with a hard thump. When I flew the space shuttle, we landed on a runway like a big airplane, and I flew the Dragon up here, and when we land on the Dragon in a few weeks, we'll land in the water with a splashdown. Over. Hi, Aki. Well, first of all, training to become an astronaut is a lot of fun because you get to do so many things. But some of the more difficult things are having to travel a lot and being away from family, and physically training in our water tank, what we call the neutral buoyancy lab for spacewalks, is one of the most difficult things that we do. A lot of fun, but at the end of that day, you're very tired. Over. Hello, Kotaro. The time passes very quickly up here. The days go by fast because every day is so interesting and engaging, and no 2 days are really alike. And so it seems that time passes very quickly up here. Over. Hi, Tomo. That's an interesting question because when we look out our window, the Earth is the big thing that we see. We're right next to it, and we see it more as a planet than just our physical surroundings. What we miss is the people on the Earth and trees and ocean and just things that are very natural to us. We can see them up here, but we can't feel them. Over. That's a great question, Masa, and we lose things every day, even those of us that have been up here for months. Things float away, and we spend a lot of time looking for them. And we tend to find those in airflow vents where the air is coming into a fan that pushes the air around and mixes it for us. So there's certain places we go to look. But sometimes we lose things for days and weeks at a time. That's just part of being in zero gravity. Over. I like every space food almost, so I eat pretty much everything, and I think most of us are like that. But some of my favorites are shrimp cocktail and some of the fish that we have up here. We actually have a lot of Japanese fish because JAXA is a big contributor here. So I really like the canned mackerel that we have up here and the Japanese curries and the seaweed soup, but I also really like some of the Russian food, which tends to be very savory and hearty, very calorie and protein dense. But space food is very good right now because we're an international program and we have food from many different countries on the ISS. Over. to Mike, it was great to take your questions, an honor to talk to you. Again, this is October Romeo 4, India Sierra Sierra, the International Space Station. It's been great having you on board. Over. And very happy up here. International Space Station out. Over.